Why is belly fat the hardest thing to burn? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use the tiny little scraps of time and energy you have left without overhauling your whole life to finally shift the belly fat. And because knowledge without a way to apply it is trivia, I'm also giving away my anti-calorie blueprint so you know how to apply what actually works. The link's below. No calorie counting, no food scales, just fat loss that fits real life. Hi, I'm Ian Dowie, the online PT, not the old palace manager. And if you've ever fallen for a gimmicky fitness fad, put your hands up. From 6-week shredders to lean in 15 to outlandish supplement promises, to list but a few. In short, I've fallen for the full spectrum of fitness frauds. I used to look in the mirror, holding my stomach, twisting myself this way and that, trying to catch the lighting and the angle just right to convince myself that I looked okay. I'd pull on a t-shirt and wonder if it was the shirt that made me look fat or if it was, just me. I wasn't lazy, I'm not stupid. I was just a guy trying to drop an X off my shirt size, navigating the tsunami of fitness information on the internet, trying to work out which bits are relevant to me and which bits I can safely ignore. Because nobody actually has time for all this stuff, do they? Not when you're 36 and have a job and responsibilities and a life that doesn't revolve around having a six-pack. Every Monday I'd wake up thinking, this is the week. I'd have a few good days until Colin the caterpillar came around, or I ate a bit much when we went out for lunch. And since I'd ruined it anyway, I might as well have a pizza and really enjoy myself, Another week of the belly going nowhere. One day I decided to try something radical. Instead of looking for the next hack or shortcut, I took a long, hard look at how I was spending my fitness time allowance budget. Because despite all this fitness knowledge floating around, the high street still looks like this. So there must be something missing between knowing what's best and doing what works. Think about it. In a world where just eat less and move more is supposed to be this magic formula, why is everyone in your office still fat? Because of this realization, I completely changed my approach to burning belly fat. The old me was trying to squeeze in 4 gym sessions a week and feeling like a failure when I couldn't manage it. How can I spend that much time in the gym when I don't even have time to wipe up the crumbs after I make a slice of toast? The new me does 2 gym sessions a week, 1 nice evening walk to get my steps in, and 1 evening spent cooking some food for the rest of the week. Because by taking the same amount of time and spending it a bit differently, I was able to make a bigger dent in my weekly calorie balance, which made a bigger change in how I looked. It's not always about doing more, it's more about doing smarter. Nobody cares how big my arms are if I can't see my dick in the shower. And it's much less impressive having a big deadlift when I was carrying a barrel around my waistline and sweating through my t-shirts before lunchtime. Strong doesn't mean lean, and lean is what I wanted, even though I didn't want to admit it because it sounds a bit vain. By adding 30 grams of protein to my breakfast, that's a protein shake or 3 or 4 eggs, I prevented those 11 a.m. pastry cravings and that 3 in the afternoon slump because my metabolism was working properly right from the start of the day, which got me to drop a stone without ever really feeling like I was on a diet. Here's what I used to think would burn belly fat. And here is where I spend my time and energy now. Full disclosure, I am the fun police and basically skeptical about everything that's got a marketing budget. So if you want to throw your money into supporting Huel, I'm not going to stop you. Just understand that what you eat day to day has a much bigger impact than any supplement you can take. Here's a simple hand measurement I use to control my portions. For protein, use the size of your palm. For carbs, use the size of your fist. And for veggies, use double fists. Your body comes with built-in portion control. You might as well use it. How often does this happen? You've been good all day, but now you're knackered in the evening on the sofa. Netflix is asking, are you still watching? And you're elbow deep in a family-sized pack of Doritos. My old 9 p.m. kitchen raids weren't so much about willpower as what I'd eaten earlier in the day and exactly when I'd eaten it. And by having a really filling dinner with some protein and loads of veg at around 7:30 or 8 p.m, there was less time for me to have snack cravings after that and before I went to bed. I didn't need more discipline. I needed a plan that would still work when I'm tired and stressed and knackered from a long day at work. For me, the trick of better spent effort has paid off much more than spending more effort, because at 36 I literally do not have time in my life for spending hours long workouts in the gym or all Sunday in the kitchen packing Tupperware meals for the week ahead. And yeah, it's not as catchy or cool sounding as doing a high rocks or hard 75, but if you've been doing that sort of stuff and you still don't look how you want to look, at what point do you try a different approach? The truth about belly fat. So why is belly fat the hardest thing to burn? Unfortunately, you can't make your body burn fat from a specific place, no matter how many sit-ups you do or how many runs you do in a sweatsuit. Male pattern fat distribution, not baldness, means for us blokes, it's unfortunately the stomach that's the last place to go. So how do we keep up the fitness kick for long enough that the belly fat does get burnt? The anti-calorie blueprint is for men who don't want to count their calories, don't trust diets, and don't have time to live their life like a fitness influencer. If you want to see exactly how I lay out meals using the hand method, not that sort of hand method, how I organise what I eat in a day, and how I broke the 9 p.m. snack cycle, it's all in the blueprint. So grab your copy today, because it's built on the exact principles I've used on my clients like Josh, who had been overweight for years, including having worked with a few different personal trainers before, sadly without getting the fat loss that he felt like he deserved, until he found me and we got him down 28 pounds in 12 weeks. Look, don't download it if you're happy to continue blaming your age, your metabolism or your schedule. But if you want to try something different than what's failed in the past, you're going to want this. There's no magic, there's no hacks, there's no shortcuts, but fortunately there are better ways to think about food, your workouts and your time, which will lead to you burning the belly fat you want to burn, so you're not covered up under a t-shirt all week whilst you're on holiday this year. And hit subscribe if you're tired of being the only guy on the five-a-side team who jiggles when he runs. Cheers!